Next up, right, she was worried that it's not very Christmassy, going on about Romanian swear words. I think it's a brilliant idea, so round of applause please for Larisa.
So last week I was here and I spoke some English profanities, and I thought that I might as well just share some from my native language. In the meantime, everyone is so festive with your nice Christmas jumpers, and I went to Rob and I said, I can't do this, I'll come another time. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's about Romanian swear words. He was like, no, it's fine. He threw me under the bus. Just keep this in mind, yeah? So I finished writing this today because I wrote it for tonight, but I apologize in advance. Please cover your ears. So when Brits find out I'm Romanian, there's always a tiny suspicious pause, because I bet they remember the joke. What are parcel lockers to Romanians? Advent calendars. In the 10 years since I moved here, I never stole any parcels, just jobs. The truth is, I have always had a serious job. Back in Romania, and this is true, yeah, I used to work as a foreign language teacher, and any language I would teach, the students would always ask about swear words. That was the one thing they wanted to learn first. So, yeah, I thought we could talk about this today, and what you will notice throughout my set is that unlike the British bite me, sit on it and spin, or my favorite cunt, the Romanian swear words are a lot juicier, so brace yourselves, yeah? And after tonight, I'm sure you know a Romanian, everyone knows a Romanian because we're everywhere. If you use any of this, you'll be able to impress your friends. I mean, obviously, unless you open your door and on your porch there's a Romanian trying to steal your Amazon parcel. I'm not sure how impressed they will be, but here we go. So, an example in which I naturally revert back to Romanian, because you know, like when you're in pain or you're upset, you swear in your native language. And any people here who are not natives know this, yeah? So the reason I left Romania in 2015 is that everything was slow and inefficient. And I was telling you last week, a week ago, I got my citizenship. And the Home Office misspelled my name twice on the certificate. And in my head I thought, Futus chapa mătii. This means, fuck your mother's onion. This is the first one, yeah? Another example, queuing. British queues are sacred. In Romania, we don't queue, we gather aggressively. We push, we threaten, and you guessed it, we swear. Where an English person would look behind their shoulder and say sorry 5 times, hoping that the person behind them would get the PPA, polite passive aggressiveness. Romanians would go, why are you pushing? You want a fist in your head? Where are you trying to go? In the dick with the satellite? This is an expression. Are you trying to go in the dick with the satellite? Yeah, în pula cu satelit. Very important word, remember. Let's take another example, faith. How many churches do you have in the UK, do you know?
Too many.
We have 18,000, suck it. That is one church per 1,000 people. That is huge. So you can understand why the most popular swear words have church-related words in them. And I will name a few. Fuck your mother's church, saints, gods, wax. And one of my personal favorite from Transylvania, may God fuck you. I can relate. I can relate with, yeah, because like we all wake up and are fucked by life every day, yeah? Nobody's a virgin. And since we're on the subject of curses, this is a real story. I found out about it from another comedian, yeah? At one point in Romania, the government wanted to tax the witches, saying you will pay tax per curse. The witches said, if you tax us, we will curse you for 100 years. They never implemented the tax. And then the last example I have, being blunt and honest. Can we have a show of hands? In England, if someone has a problem with you, A, they tell you.
No.
2, they tell everyone except you.
Yeah.
Or 3, they tell HR. Nowadays, all companies have HR, yeah? So, the real story, in 2016, I was an international marketing manager for this company, and the CEO, an 84-year-old man whose breath smelled of milk, I shouldn't know that, yeah? Came in, he called me to his desk and came close to me and he said, Larisa, I was listening to the most fascinating show on the radio about the Romanian video chat girls. Do you happen to know anything about that? I was thinking, fută-te Stalin azi și mâine, which means, may Stalin fuck you today and tomorrow. I was making 26,000 pounds a year, which by the way, is half the amount the Romanian video chat girls do a month. But there was no HR, yeah, so I couldn't complain. In Romania, we don't go to HR, that's for cowards. If anyone has a problem with you, they will tell you, yelling, cursing, bonus, spitting. But I don't do that anymore, yeah? Because now I guess I'm too British for that. And people always ask me where I feel more at home, in Romania or in England, and the truth is neither. Because in England, I'm too loud, too direct, and too Eastern European. And I no longer act as a Romanian either. I now queue orderly. I have milk with my tea. And say sorry when someone bumps into me in Sainsbury's, instead of saying, Sir, are you trying to go in the dick with the satellite? Thank you. I'm sorry.